This is a tour of your course. This is Math 172-620. You can see at the top there is an announcement link. If you click on that, you're going to see your welcome announcement first, but you need to check that every day. I try not to spring any announcements on you, but if there are changes to be made, I will put those there. Your student support services are things that are on campus or off campus that can support you in your learning. And then the free online tutoring is great for people who are taking online courses. You get 10 free hours, and there's a real person that you're talking to. They have a whiteboard. They can actually share screens with you and help you with your work that you need. I will try to keep the current module highlighted. You can tell that things have changed a little bit in our online courses. So the highlighting is now this line down the side. It's not that the whole module is highlighted anymore. There will be, this video will be posted right here. So if you're watching it, kudos to you, you found it. The big start button will be where you start. Your syllabus will be posted here. Make sure you pay attention to attendance because there is an attendance policy even though it's online. Make sure you take your syllabus quiz, and once you take your syllabus quiz, the rest of the course that I have done, as I open it, as I get finished, I'll open parts of it, will open to you. Your pacing guide will have everything that we do listed in order, but it's also going to be listed here in your online class, and it will match the pacing guide. So under assignments, everything you see on your pacing guide will be listed under assignments. The online homework directions, this course does have an online homework component to it. It is free. That document there will tell you how to register for it. Every module that I design, and there I am, I'm your instructor for this course, and there's my contact information. I will probably be in Hudson some too, so I will give you an announcement when that happens so that if you need to see me, you can. Your textbook is always posted there. The unit objectives are posted there. You do not need a hard copy of this textbook unless you just like to have a hard copy of the textbook. You will have lessons. The lessons will have your videos. It will tell you what you need to be reading in the textbook. So that's your instruction. The lessons will count as grades. They will be open throughout the semester. So if you don't view one, you need to go back and do it before the semester closes. You will receive a 0 if you do not view all the lessons and a 100 if you do. So that's a good incentive to watch through those lessons. There's a confirmation page at the end of each one. Let me click on it so you can see. So once you scroll through the lesson, so mine looks a little different than yours, but you'll see this first page when you start. It's also a little slow today. Get to your first page. There's your first page of your first lesson. Gives you some instructions that you'll want to do, a video to watch, and then it will say next page. The last page of every lesson will be a confirmation of whether or not you completed it. This is what populates your gradebook. So that's what you need to make sure that you've done to get credit for that lesson. This course is a lot harder than 171, so you need to make sure that you are viewing the lesson and doing the suggested work in the book too. Don't just do the things that are for a grade because you're responsible for all of it. These little purple icons here, these are collaborate sessions. They're optional, but I do try to schedule one before every homework is due. And then I also schedule one before every test. So your test 1 is down here, and I've scheduled one before your test. The ones before your test, since your tests are mainly due on Mondays or on Sunday afternoons, I polled people who have taken these classes before, and I picked a time that I thought would be appropriate for people who are trying to take this class online. If these times don't work for you, just let me know, and I will try to work with you and get you the help that you need. Of course, I'm not awake at 2 and 3 in the morning, so if you're studying then, you'll have to use the online tutoring. But I will try to accommodate you in any way that I can. And again, those are optional. You'll click on the link. It's called Blackboard Collaborate, and it will just take you into basically a chat room where I have a whiteboard. We can talk to each other just like the online tutoring. Your homework, on this particular one, it happens to be the online homework, so it'll tell you this is your first homework assignment. Click on this link. It takes you to My Open Math, which you will have registered for because you have the directions to register. And it will take you to your account. Let's see, this one's yours. And then you will have your homeworks, and it will tell you when they're due. You get unlimited attempts, so you want to make sure that you're doing those. Ask me questions if you have questions. The first one's just basically really just to get your feet wet in the assignments. Let's see. Then you will also have quizzes. You will have tests. So let's see. Your first quiz is down here after lesson 2. And when you click on them, it will tell you what's covered in the quiz, which I haven't put in this one yet, but I will tell you what's being covered in the quiz. It'll tell you the attempts, which there will only be one. It will tell you how much time you have. It will also tell you whether or not it's multiple choice or whether you have to upload something. So that's what your quizzes look like. Let's see what's next. Lessons, collaborate sessions, homeworks, quizzes, and you'll have labs. Labs are paper and pen reinforcements. In this first one, I've given you a video about some ways that you can turn your work into a PDF, because I have to have it as a PDF in order to grade it in Moodle. I have to put all my documents in as Word documents. So, but when you click on one, like, let's go back to that for just a minute. If I click on that one and let's say I don't have Word. If you click on the down arrow next to it, it's going to give you alternative formats, and you can open it in another format. You can open it as a PDF, an HTML, or audio, or electronic braille, any of those different formats. That's why I have to do it in Word, so it will pick up on those different formats. But you will need to submit them. You will have a link here at the bottom where you will submit one PDF document for your lab. Now, it could be multiple pages, but it needs to be one document. And if you have trouble with that, I need to know well before the due date so that I can help you with it. You see I'm not finished because all these say lesson 1 on them, because I've not finished your course yet. When you get down to your test, notice this test has the test and it has a submission link. That is because I need to see your work. So on this first test, I'll just show you. Let me pick. Now, this first question, I'm asking you a couple things, but this is one of the questions, and you'll have to do the work on a piece of paper, and then you type the answer, which means that I grade it manually. I have to see your work or you do not get credit for the test. So I want to repeat that. If you do not submit work, you do not get credit for the test. So you need to make sure that you submit the work. The deadline for the submission is 15 minutes after the test deadline. So, you'll have plenty of time to submit if you do your test early, because the submission doesn't go away until 15 minutes after the test deadline. So all of your modules will be set up that way as I get to them. You will have in your course over on the left-hand side, you should see a gradebook. So I will have, and yours probably says grades over here. Mine's a little different than yours, like I said, because I'm the instructor, but I will try to keep your grades updated. If you read the syllabus, you see that I do drop some grades. So until you have enough grades, I don't set those to drop, but after we get enough grades, I start setting those categories to drop so that your average is available to you all the time. Over here on the right, you're going to see accessibility statements for all of our online programs that we use. So if you need some help with accessibility, we do have departments on campus that can help you. They're listed under that Student Support Services tab. I've also told you how you can get extra help for the textbook, or for Word documents, for PDF documents, for Desmos, which is the online calculator we use, or for Texas Instruments if you have a handheld calculator. So if you need some sort of special accommodations for accessibility, you need to click on those links and directly access the company for the software or the calculator that we're using. let's see, and I think that's everything that I need to talk to you about. If you have any questions, please contact me. I'm very accessible. I will try to help you as much as I can. Like I said, this course is a little harder than some of the others. It is an upper level math course. It's a 5 contact hour course, so you can see there's a lot of work in here. You need to get started right away so you will not accumulate zeros. And you need to work on it every single day. 5 contact hours means that you would spend 5 hours in a seated class. For every hour of class, you should be doing 2 hours of homework. So that's 15 hours a week that you should be spending at least on this class, and that's the minimum. So you need to make sure that you have set aside time to do that. Again, contact me if you have questions.